Gems from Geniuses, written by Sumit Paul. I read in a book that a very famous columnist was associated with a premier daily. He was there for years. Readers looked forward to his immensely readable columns. But as we say, every individual is eventually a bore, so is every columnist and every writer. That famous columnist's popularity began to wane, and a day came when the editor had to tell him very politely to resume his pieces after some time. He got the hint that his days with the publication were over. This happens to all writers. Even the most prolific writers' ideas become somewhat stale. Unless one is Shakespeare or Munshi Premchand, monotony is bound to creep in. How much can you produce day in and day out? You are bound to churn out the same identical stuff. We say that human mind is boundless. So is the thinking. Granted it is, but it needs constant nurturing in solitude, which is possible only when a writer or a creative person keeps himself away from public gaze and goes into a creative hibernation. It is imperative for every writer to give himself a break and introspect. In a bid to produce something or the other every second day, one produces mediocrity. Productivity is not always the assurance of creativity. A truly creative person may not be very prolific, but whatever he creates will be immortal. In the final analysis, class eclipses crash. One drop of tears is the essence of life. Who cares if a river of it flows? In his 72 years, Ghalib wrote only 235 ghazals and immortalized himself. He seriously started writing at the age of 16 but wrote only 235 ghazals in his 52 active years of great craftsmanship. In one of his Persian ghazals, he wrote, I don't write just for the sake of writing. This is the point to remember. People nowadays write for the sake of it. There is no quality but only quantity. And quantity soon fades into the oblivion. Some much hyped pseudo writers' new titles keep hitting the stands like the bouncers and beamers of erstwhile West Indies pacers. But does any serious reader remember any of their pedestrian books? Pick up any great writer at random and have a look at his overview. You won't find a number of books, only a few, but all masterpieces. Gabriel Marquez didn't write too much in his 84 years. Composer Muhammad Jahur Khayyam Hashmi, though slightly monotonous to some, composed music for 50 odd films in his relatively long career but all the compositions still warm the cockles of the hearts of music lovers. Can you ever forget his जाने क्या ढूंढती रहती है ये आंखें मुझ में शोला और शबनम in 1961. बहारों मेरे जीवन भी सवारों आखिरी खत 1966. Jaydev composed for hardly 10 movies, but his songs in हम दोनों, ये दिल और उनकी निगाहों के साये, प्रेम पर्वत, मुझे जीने दो और डेथलेस जेम्स. Music lovers still feel nostalgic when they get to listen to these rare numbers. The great thespian Dilip Kumar and Suchitra Sen hardly acted in 55 to 60 films, but they taught others how to act and emote on the marquee. Genius like celery thrives in obscurity and also in less quantity. Thank you very much. Now find the meaning of following words in the dictionary. The great thespian Dilip Kumar and Suchitra Sen hardly acted in 55 to 60 films. Thespian. They taught others how to act and emote on the marquee. MARQUE, marquee. Genius like celery thrives in obscurity and also in less quantity. CELERY. Thank you very much.